You're listening to Urban Beach.
Greetings, Amlak Redsquare. Nice to have you here in Urban Beach magazine. Amlak, you are a young artist from Jamaica with famous family members. Your uncle is the dancehall artist Spraga Benz.
Yes.
And he is owner of the independent label Redsquare Productions.
Yes.
This is based in East Kingston.
Yes.
And the name Redsquare is part of the label and also part of your name. Is this a family thing for you?
Yes, you can say that. Basically, Redsquare is not just the name of a record label or our record label, but it's also an area where we come from. The area is called Dunkirk, and inside of Dunkirk, you have another small part called Redsquare. That's where we all come from.
In 2008, Spraga's son, your cousin Carly, was murdered. You
Yes.
was very close to him, for sure a terrible stroke, I think.
Yes, R.I.P.
You decided to honor the memory of his life. In which way do you do this?
The first thing I did was decided that I wanted to be more influential in music and entertainment, because Carly loved entertainment. You know, he loved the music, he loved acting. He actually played in the movie Shutters as well. I knew that he was destined for great things, you know. I just felt that his life was cut very short, you know. And because of that, I decided to kind of take it up in his honor, you know, to carry on his legacy, you know what I mean? And basically, I started to take the music serious because of that. And I wrote a song, Bertie's Son, which was dedicated to his memory, you know, as well.
Your family founded the Carly Foundation, a non-profit organization. What is the function? What people or projects are supported with this foundation?
Okay, well, this foundation basically funds kids from not so privileged communities in terms of schooling. So basically, you might find a child that might not have sufficient resources to go through school with books or maybe tuition or something like that. Any way that we can help a child in need, you know, we do that in the memory of Carly, same way, you know, the Carly Foundation.
How important is it for such kids?
Very important, because you have some kids that can't even, that want to go to school and very, what I would say, interested in learning, but they don't have the resources to go to school. It's a great honor for us to be able to actually provide a service like that. Because when I was growing up, my parents found it hard for me to go through school. To be here now and being able to participate in an organization, a family-owned organization, that helped kids that were in my position, that I was in a position as well, is a great feeling, you know what I mean?
In these days, you are standing together with your uncle Spraga Benz on the festival stages, for example, this year in Bersenbrück at the Reggae Jam. Is this a classical master and student situation?
Yeah. Yes, you can say that. You can say that because I've been around the music for ever since I was a child, you know. My uncle grew me as if he was my father. You know, so we grew up in the same household until, you know, a certain age, and even after that certain age, when I migrated into and went to America, he was coming to America for tours and stuff like that. And even when he came to America for tours, I was there with him, you know, on the tour, making sure that everything is okay behind the scenes, you know, as basically a road manager. Yeah, man, is to actually be able now to transition from being that person who was behind the scenes to being on the stage now is such a tremendous feeling for me, you know what I mean? Because I've watched him do this for many years, and inside I wanted to do it as well, but I felt that other things were important too, on a personal level for me.
You said you were behind the scenes, and when you were young, you imitated your uncle and his songs. How difficult was it for you to find your own style?
Honestly, not too difficult, because it's gonna sound away, but talent runs in our family. I had someone beside me who has been in the business for over 20 years to show me, you know, how to create my own style and create my own energy, and to just let it flow. Let's not forget that Spragga Benz also tutored another great Redsquare artist, Assassin, so, and I watch Assassin grow into, like a bigger brother for me. Once you're a very observing person, it's not going to be hard to formulate your own ideas, because Spragga Benz and Assassin are people that encourage you to formulate your own ideas and bring them to life.
So now it's time for your shows.
Yeah, man, now it's time,
In your song Rebel Nation, there is one line where you're singing Rastafari is my way.
Yes.
What does this mean to you personally?
Basically, to me, Rastafari is just a humble trod, just a humble levity, a way of life that teaches you how to appreciate the small things. That's what Rastafari teaches I and I, as a man that practices Rastafari levity. It teaches me to be humble, teaches me to be kind, teaches me to be gentle, teaches me to be a good husband, it teaches me to be a good father. That is Rastafari way.
Your songs are full of political statements. In Europe, there is a big discussion at the moment about the terrible situation with the refugees. There are a lot of people are coming to Europe at the moment. Is this a theme for you and for the people in Jamaica?
Well, I was having a conversation with a friend of mine named Irie in Cologne. And basically, I was telling him that my opinion is that if the people of the country don't want refugees to come to their country, right? I think that they should lobby the government to stop plundering these countries that the refugees are coming from. Allow the people enjoy the resources that they have in their country. Because the only reason why these people are leaving their country to come to first world countries is because there's no resources to sustain liberty. We can tell our governments to listen, stop taking these people things, you know what I mean? Let the people live. Or give the people some kind of aid that will help sustain the life that they want to live, Then you might see less refugees coming into your country.
This is one theme at the moment here. But what are the topics that are important for you and for your musical art?
I don't really specify in terms of topics. I touch on anything that affects me in any way, negative or positive. You know what I mean? So it can be something as simple as the love for my kids or my wife or my family or whatever, to something as big as refugees coming into another country or corruption in government. It can be anything. It can be the wind is blowing hard outside and, it gives me some kind of inspiration and I touch on it. My topics vary, you know what I mean?
Amlak, thanks for coming.
Yeah, man, give thanks for having me, man. It's a joy to be here.
We hope to see you on stage next year.
Yeah, man, most definitely. Speak to all of the festival promoters, let them know you want to see me.
Yeah, blessings.
All right, give thanks.